Well, March is National Nutrition Month, making it a good time to evaluate your eating habits, especially when it comes to sugar. But if you think cutting out sugar means you can no longer enjoy delicious baked goodies, think again. America's no-sugar baker, Jayne Jones, joins us now with tasty ways to replace the hidden sugar in your diet. Jayne, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm feeling great.
I bet you are. I want to hear a little bit more about your story and why it's important that we consider how much sugar we're consuming.
Yeah, here's the story. So on my 45th birthday, I had no idea I was very sick. Ended up in the emergency room. I'm embarrassed to tell you my blood pressure was 289 over 189. They say my glucose level was over 600. They diagnosed me, no one ever mentioned the D word to me before. They diagnosed me as severely diabetic and sent me on my merry way. The ER physician told me these magical words. She said, for the rest of your life, you need to eat lean meats and salads. And you know what? 6 months later, insulin-free, diabetic medicine-free, 60 pounds lighter, and my vision I lost for 3 weeks was back to 20/20. And I found myself back into this kitchen making absolutely everything completely sugar-free.
So you did all of this through the changes in your diet, which I understand can be kind of difficult because a lot of this sugar can be hidden. We think it's going to be obvious when it's listed on labels, but we can get caught by that.
Yeah, absolutely. I am now like a complete label reader. Never really read labels before or didn't know that sugar is defined by the FDA with over like 75 different names. So you got to be careful. And do you know that American consumers eat on average 17 teaspoons of sugar every single day without really even knowing about it? So basically, I can't even have natural sugar. So, fruits like apples, bananas are absolutely full of sugar. If I was to have one of those today, within a couple of hours, guess what the very first thing to go is?
What's that?
My eyesight. It gets extremely blurry again. So, if it's a choice between an apple, banana bread, or my eyesight, you guess which one I'm picking every single stinking time.
Absolutely. Fair enough. And so that, that brings me to the question of, now that you've had to make these adjustments in your diet and you're coming up with these great ways to do so, what are some really good substitutes?
So here's the deal. So there are all natural root vegetable sweeteners out there. I prefer one that doesn't raise my insulin level at all, which is the most important thing for me. It doesn't give me a headache. And here's the best idea, friends. It actually tastes good. I didn't even know they existed, right? So I have a cookbook over here that actually have 2 cookbooks that have over 100 recipes in it. But also be careful of milk. Milk is full of sugar, right? Be careful of, sometimes you'd like to use those low-fat options. Well, usually those low-fat options are full of sugar themselves. My doctor told me this once. He said, you know what? You should drink half your body weight in water every single day. So put down the soda, put down those, sometimes those no sugar teas are actually full of teas. If they have those fruit flavorings added to them, that's actually sugar being added to it. So you just have to read labels. You got to be smart about it. But here's my best advice. I went completely cold turkey because I had no choice in the matter anymore, right? I was at the end of the spectrum. They said if I didn't change my lifestyle around, I had about 4 years to live. They said it's inches away from having a stroke. If I can go cold turkey and read labels and completely replace sugar, I know you can too. But be careful because honey is full of sugar. Applesauce is full of sugar.
All right, so we got to talk about what's right there in front of you because, I mean, you have found some great ways to help people make this change. Tell me about this recipe in front of you.
Oh my gosh, it's right here. So before I got sick, you know what I used to love? French silk pie. I actually preferred French silk pie over a birthday cake, for goodness sakes. So this right here is the No Sugar Baker French Silk Brownie. It's like the marriage of 2 wonderful desserts into a brownie. It's got 3 different layers to it. It is completely sugar-free. I mean, completely sugar-free. But the taste, friends, is all there. You can join us at nosugarbaker.com. We have over 200 recipes now that are completely sugar-free. I talk about my journey through a blog. I tell you it just like it is. I know 10% of the population is in the same boat as me, that you're either pre-diabetic or you're diabetic. You can, trust me, you can live completely sugar-free and not miss the taste. And these brownies, we're going to make them sometime in person.
That's why I wish you were in the studio right now so that I could actually taste one with you. But we appreciate you sharing everything that you've learned and putting it into these cookbooks so more people can benefit from it. Jayne, thank you so much for talking with us.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a great day, everybody.
You do the same. And you can see more from Jayne Jones by following her on Facebook. Just search No Sugar Baker. Well, coming up on Good Day Atlanta, Dolly Parton is